If you want to change your life, you have to change your mind. All self-help advice, all personal development advice, all spirituality advice is going to boil down to this one point. If you want to change your life, which everyone wants to do, everyone wants to change their life, you have to change your mind. All of your results in your life are a reflection of your inner state. So if right now you're feeling a little bit lost in your life, or you're feeling depressed or a little bit anxious, or even if you're feeling amazing and you're feeling like your life is on track, all of that is just a reflection of your inner state. So if you want to have some type of different result in your life, let's say you are not happy with your relationships, your friends are all weird and mean to you, and you have no girlfriend or no boyfriend, and you'd like to bring that into your life, the first step that you're gonna have to take is not to go out and go talk to more people, but the first step you're gonna have to take is to rearrange your mental landscape so that it is conducive to attracting what you want into your life. The reason why your entire life just boils down to the state of your mind is because if you look really, really, really closely, your entire life is occurring in your mind. There's nothing that you have ever experienced or ever will experience, not even in theory, that is outside of your mind. Everything you have ever seen or can even imagine is in your mind. This video that you're watching right now, where is it? Is it in some 3D space, in some three-dimensional universe, or is it just mind stuff? It's as if you're dreaming. There is no three-dimensional reality world where everything exists independent of you, and if you were to close your eyes right now, then everything still continues existing exactly as it was before. That's a story. That's what you believe the world to be, is a 3D physical planet. All of that is a story, and that story is happening in your mind. And that story is not real, and you even have a belief that is telling you that that story is real, but that belief is also not a physical thing. It's just part of this dream that we call life. So if you're in a dream and you wanted to rearrange the circumstances of your dream, would it be helpful if you knew that you were dreaming so that you can just think of something else and then magically it would appear? Or would you rather believe that the dream is real and that the dream is physical and that the dream is important, so that it would take so much longer for you to get what you want? It might sound a little woo-woo and it might sound a little crazy, but as you start to see that reality is nothing more than a type of dream, then you will be able to start creating the things that you want by rearranging your mental landscape, and by extension, rearranging your environment. Because it all starts with you. And it all starts with the types of thoughts that you're sowing into your mind. So what kind of information are you intaking? Are you on Instagram looking at bullshit? Are you looking at people going to clubs and partying and getting wasted and hammered and displaying all these types of shallow materialistic values? Or are you filling your mind with empowering, conscious information like quotes from enlightened masters that I always post on my Instagram stories? Because that is what serves to empower me and to change my mental landscape so that I can change my environment, because they're one and the same. Back to the dream analogy, when you're dreaming, I call it an analogy, but really it's reality. But let's just pretend it's an analogy so that you don't get too scared and turn the video off. So imagine you're dreaming and you're walking through the forest in your dream, and you believe the dream is real. You believe that you're walking in a forest. You have an idea of where the forest is. You know the name of the forest. Let's say it's Algonquin Park. So you believe you're in Algonquin Park. You believe Algonquin Park is somewhere in Ontario or somewhere in Canada. You believe that you're on a physical planet, in a physical universe, revolving around the sun, in the solar system, in a galaxy. All of that is context for what's happening in your dream. But at the end of the day, you're just dreaming. You're just snoozing in your bed, and all of this is happening in your mind. But in the dream, when you're walking in Algonquin Park in your dream, it feels solid and it feels real. And I always have dreams where I get a little taste or a little hint that I might be dreaming. So I ask myself in my dream, wait a second, is this a dream? And then I check, and then I look at my hands, then I look at my shirt, and I touch myself, and then I conclude, no, I'm not dreaming, this is real. And then I continue about my dream day. And then, let's say an hour later, I wake up and I trip out. I'm like, holy shit, that dream is so all-encompassing and so close to reality that even though I checked to see if it was a dream, I couldn't even tell the difference in the dream, because the entire dream, when you're in it, there's no contrast. You have nothing to compare it to. So whatever seems real in the dream becomes real. And my point is that your mind in the dream, whatever you're thinking about in your dream, is exactly the same as your environment in your dream. Because whatever you believe your environment to be, it becomes that. So now let's say you're walking through Algonquin Park, and all of a sudden you realize you're dreaming. You have this massive epiphany, wow, I'm dreaming. And you're so excited and you're so free, you feel like you can float away and a huge weight has been lifted because you're not believing that you're in some physical reality anymore. Now you have so much freedom and flexibility to mess with your reality, because now you no longer believe that you're on a physical, solid, locked in reality or a physical planet. Now you realize that, oh, my dream is just in my mind, so I can do whatever I want. So you fly out of Algonquin Park and you fly to whatever you want to go to the dream. I always go to the strip club in my dreams, and you know, I enjoy the dream women. I'm joking, not joking. That's a serious thing that happens. When I was younger, I'd always do that. Now when I lucid dream, I just fly around and I just look around. But my point is that as soon as you realize that you're in a dream and that reality is a type of dream and that everything you experience is just a reflection of what you believe it to be, and that you attract things that you believe to be true. So if you're dreaming and all you're thinking about in your dream is elephants, so I'm just thinking about elephants in my dream, pink elephants. Eventually in your dream, you're going to come across a pink elephant because your mind is literally creating your reality in your dream. And it works exactly the same in real reality. It works exactly the same. It's just a little bit slower to manifest. So in your dream, if you think about a pink elephant, a couple seconds later, maybe a pink elephant will fall from the sky. But in reality, if you keep thinking about pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant all the time, over and over and over again, eventually, maybe in half an hour or maybe an hour, you'll probably go on your phone and Google pink elephant, and then you'll create that in your reality. You'll see a pink elephant in your reality. It's on Google. It's not a real pink elephant, but what is real? Real is whatever you believe to be real. If you believe that this video that you're watching is real, and that it's really happening in a real universe that really exists, then that's what's true. But if you believe it's a dream and you can do whatever you want, I'm not saying you can walk through walls, because dreams have self-consistent physics. So when you're dreaming, you can't walk through walls, because even in the dream, there's certain rules that the dream is playing by. So the dream has its own laws of physics, such as physicality. You can't walk through walls. And the same is true for this dream that you're in right now. So the thesis of this video is that by changing your mind and by practicing practices such as meditation, such as contemplation, thinking about the nature of reality, thinking about your own life, aligning your life to your values, identifying your values, and then aligning your life to them, yoga, psychedelics, all of these practices that open your mind and change the way your mind functions and allows it to be more flexible and more fluid. These are the most important practices that you should be spending 90% of your time focused on and thinking about throughout your day. Because these practices, meditation, reading books about reality and personal development and how reality functions. If you read 20 personal development books, all of them, every single one of them has to do with changing your mind, changing your beliefs, changing the way you see reality. Because that's all that matters. That is the most fundamental rule of this reality that we live in. That all of it is created by your mind. And if you want to change it, you have to start at the source and change your mind first. You can go out into the world, which is in your mind the entire time. And let's say I want to make $1 million. It starts with that thought. I want to make $1 million. You can't make $1 million without first creating it in your mind and then holding on to that thought long enough and seriously enough and passionately enough so that it eventually manifests into your environment, into your experience. And the same is true with the pink elephant, like I was talking to you about. If you really, 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 really want to see a pink elephant, first you have to have the vision. It starts in your mind. If you can create it in your mind, you can create it in reality. If you believe it so passionately, you will fly to Africa, purchase an elephant and paint it pink and bask in the glory of what you have created, a pink elephant, because that's what you wanted and that's what you got. But the way that you got it is by changing what's up here, not by chasing after material success and pleasure and everything else that you love to do. So all of personal development boils down to your inner game. Everything has to do with what is up here. And when I say up here, I mean out in reality, because your mind is not in your brain. Your mind is what is occurring in your experience. Like a dream. When you're dreaming and you're walking through Algonquin Park in your dream, that dream, those trees in that dream are not occurring in your brain in the dream, and they're not even occurring in your brain as you're sleeping in your bed. All of that is occurring in your mind. And your mind is something that you have no idea what it is. It's not what you think it is. It's just infinite nothingness that looks exactly like somethingness. It's very difficult to explain, but your mind is non-physical. So, everything in personal development boils down to changing your mind, which is why these practices of meditation, reading books about reality, psychedelics that expand your mind, such as mushrooms and LSD, which I have many videos about on my YouTube channel. Go look at how to use mushrooms for personal development and mushrooms and spirituality. These are videos about how to use psychedelics for personal growth and the expansion of your consciousness. And also exercise, yoga, and coming up and another exercise that's super important is knowing what you want out of life, what your values are, and cementing that in your mind, and then aligning your actions to be in line with your values. That is another really, really important one, which will keep you grounded and which will allow you to manifest what you want to experience and what you're passionate about. So I've rambled for long enough. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it on Instagram, then follow me. And I'm going to be posting more videos like this for the rest of my life. Not every single day, because that's really hard, but as frequently as I can, at least a couple times a week, because this is all that I care about, is talking about how reality works and how to get the most out of your life. So hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.